What's going on, guys? Spartan Willie here, and welcome to episode 22 of Season 2 in our Rebooting Ferrari Motorsport Manager F1 2020 mod series, also known as the final episode. Okay, so welcome to the final episode, like I said in the intro. Now, if you haven't seen the last episode, the penultimate one, I highly recommend you go check that out. It's a long one, but it is a very important one, and I'll explain why in 3, 2, 1. Of course, we wrapped up the championship for the constructors, and we took a massive step towards the drivers with Ricardo. He's got his work cut out today, though. Of course, the 7-point gap is the gap between first and second. So if Ricardo comes first, if Verstappen comes second, it would go down to wins, I believe, which Ricardo, if he wins, would go on 7, which is obviously more than 6, so he would win the title that way. So basically, the only way Verstappen can keep that drivers' championship if Ricardo wins is if he gets the fastest lap. That's the scenario. Of course, got the front wing coming in. I think we already did that, yeah. But we're not really going to do work on that. I don't know. I don't think the front wing's as important as if we could chuck in, like, that amount of performance on the gearbox. Like, it's a ridiculous amount of performance we can improve by. So we might just see how that front wing is when we advance. You know what? Nah, let's just leave it. Maybe we can look at doing it in when the 2 days when this is done. Of course, we did sort of advance pretty far at the end of the last episode, past the car repairs, but there's not really much more I can do now. So going ahead here, we're going to interview request. Because in-depth interview with Ricardo. I don't need the 100 grand. If it's going to mess with Ricardo's morale, I'd rather not that. Because he has got the biggest race of his career here. I want to win the championship, Ricardo. That's a secondary goal, but man, that'd be amazing when we get him a win as well in the drivers. Just imagine that. Beautiful. He deserves it. He deserves it. What a driver Daniel Ricciardo is in real life. And in the game, he's good as well, but in real life. So the reliability of that front wing's 58, so we're not going to use it. It's just, I don't see the point in risking it. We're not going to use that one. And we'll just go back to the old 2. Yeah, basically. Best parts of the car already on, older Ricardo. I mean, we were doing it all season, but if I didn't already have it older Ricardo, I would give them all to him now because he needs as much performance as possible. And there's actually a lot of improvements going on around. So we actually don't have the best part in multiple areas now. Renault have now taken over the top speed. It's getting a bit crazy now, I think. Like McLaren are up there as well. We're actually 4th in the front wing standings, which is a bit depressing. Yeah, that might not be great actually for Yas Marina because we need the front wing. But we got such a lead on the gearbox. Hopefully it won't be too much of a problem, but it's something to watch out for damn sure. But yeah, for the final time in the series, I will see you for qualifying 3. Okay, so welcome back. Practice Q1, Q2 done. And you see that Alexander Albon actually went out in Q2 and Alonso is top of Q2 as well, which is very strange. He's basically topped every session, Fernando Alonso, so he's back. You know, obviously Q1 he haunted us, he was always super fast, and now he's back in Season 2 and our car is ridiculous, so looks like we're never going to shake Alonso, but we're going to go out for 2 runs here. I just can't get Ricciardo set up right. That's the best we're going to get at 97, I believe, which is, it's still pretty good. Like, he can't argue with that. But off he goes, and we'll send out Leclerc. But it's hard. The car doesn't feel that fast this weekend. You know what I mean? You can tell because Verstappen was P2, Q2, and we were P4 and 5 or something like that. And I'm just like, oh no, this could be bad. But hopefully, it's just you can't take too much from Q1, Q2. Like I said last time out, Leclerc was fast in Q2 and he ended up getting like P5. So who knows? Hopefully Alonso is not there, but I'd rather Alonso than Verstappen. Look, if Q2 was completely dry and Alex Albon went out, so hopefully the Red Bull's not as fast as maybe it looks like at one stage. But Verstappen's on a lap now and he goes pole, and Alonso tips him by almost half a second. So that just shows that is a ridiculous Renault right there. And we're going to give a bit of time here, wait for the track to clear out a little bit, send him out. There we go, Ricciardo's going to go out, and now we'll send out Leclerc, plenty of space between them. Come on boys, we need a good lap. A last qualifying session of the series, yeah, let's go. Ricciardo starts his lap. Come on, you need better than P4. Improve Sector 1. Sector 2 doesn't improve, and it's not looking good for Q3 here. Oh no, you got held up by traffic, that's a lame excuse. There's no one in front of you, but clean track. Oh, and Leclerc's being held up by traffic, and he goes above Ricciardo to further hurt Ricciardo's chances in the race. And the Ferrari just doesn't look fast this weekend because of that front wing, I reckon. That gearbox is so good, though, in Ricciardo's car. And we drop down another position. Ricciardo's going to start from 6th. Alonso is on pole. He's dominated qualifying, to be fair to him. Q1, Q2, Q3, top. One lap. Like, I'm talking like one lap runs. And that Renault is looking very fast around Abu Dhabi. And look at that. There's just no contest. Top every session, Alonso. Oh, and I've clicked off my monitor. That's very embarrassing. But continuing on here. Oh, and it's raining in Abu Dhabi. That is very surprising. Hopefully we can use this rain. We are actually pretty fast in the rain, I've noticed. So hopefully we can use this rain to our advantage. That would be very good. But not feeling the pace in the dry, that's for sure. We just need to beat Verstappen. We've already achieved the main goal of the series, and that is to win the Drivers' Championship. No, Constructors. Sorry, I can't speak. And come on, Ricciardo needs a good start. He gets a bad start. The McLarens are both going to jump him here. And we're just going to go forward here because it's upsetting me watching him drop down the grid. And it looks like Albon's ahead of him already. So after all that, and he slips between, oh my, and then goes wide a little bit. And this rain is yonkering down here. But tyres are in temp. I'm going to tell him to go neutral. We need a massive result here. Verstappen's not far down the road. But remember, we need to get 7 points ahead of him. So that was relying on a race win of Verstappen coming second and him not getting fastest lap, which is probably not going to happen in our race win. So we pretty much need him to crash out here. So that's not great, is it? We can't rely on a driver crashing out to get a result. But fastest lap for Alonso. That car is ridiculously fast. Like insanely fast here. But going along here, Verstappen looking pretty quick as well, but not as fast as Alonso. Leclerc down in 9th. I'm not even paying attention to Leclerc. I'm just looking at his tyres and stuff. Raikkonen needs to get out the way. You need to get him out the way, don't you? Bottas right up Ricciardo's gearbox. We're still pushing on the fuel as well, which is concerning because we're not really looking that fast and we're pushing the car as hard as it bloody can. But we've overtaken Sebastian Vettel for 4th place with Ricciardo. The rain sort of cooled off for a little bit, but it looks like it'll pick back up. And these tyres are struggling to stay in temps, probably because the water is not coming down as much now. Verstappen's next down the road, but 3 seconds. Oh no. It's debacle. We've got to get this dry switch perfect. Churning through the tyres. Yeah, you probably would be. You're still on push. We're going to tell you to calm down the fuel now. There's no reason for you to be pushing this hard. But Ricciardo, on the other hand, has got to get his head in the game. He needs to drive this car off the bloody grid if he wants to win this race. Well, at least get in front of Verstappen. He's got to get in front of Verstappen first. Don't worry about winning the race. Right now, the gap is opening up. That's fine. Just chuck it down into neutral. You push. The tyre temps around this track are really annoying. We're going to tell them to go on high. You will make up that fuel easy. We're going to push this fuel all the way to the end. Push the engine, push every possible part we can to help Ricciardo win this race. But 5 seconds to Verstappen. Oh no, it could be a pretty miserable end to this race. It's not even going to be close at this point, but hopefully Verstappen catches up to Hamilton and holds himself up or something. But right now we've got about 5 seconds between Hamilton and Verstappen, 5 between Verstappen and Ricciardo, 5 between Ricciardo and Bottas. Leclerc's nowhere in sight. I have no idea why he's so slow today. Probably because he doesn't have the OP gearbox now that I think about it. But it's still wet in the track. It's probably, if it wasn't going to rain again, it was pretty close to going into slicks there. But another about 2 columns and then we'll probably go on slicks. But here we are. Not really on the pace. So you see they're losing pretty much 0.2 of a second to Alonso every lap. Is just incredible. I don't know what that Renault's got in it. Probably the engine. I wouldn't be surprised if they were cheating, because that engine sort of came out of nowhere, didn't it? Like, they've just pulled that engine out. Usually you got to slowly build up to that over the seasons, but he's just pulled that out of nowhere. But we'll see. Hopefully Verstappen's cheating, and he gets caught at the end of the race. That would be perfect, but the Red Bull have been pretty legit. I don't think the Red Bull would cheat. It's more the Mercedes you've got to watch out for. And the tyres are massively underheating, now that I've stopped talking my mouth off. Going to go Leclerc on high, and it's almost time to switch onto the slicks. I think it could be now. Yeah, let's just do it. We have to take a risk. So we're going to jump onto the softs and just go to the end. That's the plan. Fix the engine, but we're going to go safe anyway because, you know, no time penalty. I haven't been touching the pit crew at all these last couple of races, which is a bit silly because they're probably getting fatigued and that increases mistakes. But, you know, it is what it is. It's too late now. You can't change them. We're changing the strategy now, so hopefully this doesn't backfire, but I think this could be the perfect time to go into the slicks. Hopefully make up a bit of time. No, Verstappen followed us in. He just knew. They're listening to our radios. I'm calling spy. There's a spy gate here. And everyone goes into the... No, everyone in the slicks at the same time. And they're on the mediums. But Verstappen's on the softs. This bastard. He just tit for tat. Oh no, everyone's on the mediums, but basically us two, Verstappen and ART, who have done nothing all season. But Alfa Romeo could be in for their first points. Good for them. I'm pretty sure next season there's points for everyone on the grid, which is a bit crazy, isn't it? But yeah, this is a really anticlimactic last race as things stand. Hopefully a last minute safety car throws things up. We'll we've already had a mention of Spygate. Why not put in Crashgate? Leclerc, I want you to crash in turn 5, I don't know. A turn where a safety car will definitely come out and the tyres are through the roof. We are pushing these engines to every inch of their life. He says that, but we've repaired it, so it's at 98. But we're trying to push it to every inch of its life. Trying to get as max out of the engine. We're never using it again. Come on. And it looks like we're not getting this gap any smaller, which is insane. Verstappen is just such a fast driver, but it looks like his tyres are decaying quicker than ours. So hopefully, decaying, more like wearing. Decaying is a bit of a, not really the right word for it. Tyres don't decay, they wear. They're decaying, it's just like falling apart without any real cause. But it looks like his tyres are wearing much faster than ours. This will confirm the suspicion. 75 to 82. So hopefully his tyres go off a cliff and we close the gap. It looks like that gap just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, to be honest. Maybe it's just because he's pushing his tyres, trying to keep him in temp. So we're going to look after our tyres a little bit better than him. So hopefully come the end of this race, we'll have a bit of a tyre wear advantage. But that doesn't really seem to materialise that much in this game anyway. I don't want to turn the engine off high, but we have to seriously start looking at the end of this race, making it with the fuel. The engine's fine, we've repaired that, so we don't have to worry about the engine at all. Tell them to keep going on neutral, just to keep these tyres in temp. Obviously, it's very important. Kimi Raikkonen's in front of the Raikkonen, so this Ferrari, even though it's won 3 races on the trot, is not looking very fast here in the season finale. For some reason or another, just doesn't want Ricciardo to win the title, which is fair enough, I suppose. Verstappen wants to win it, he wants to win it, so. But we're 4 seconds behind Verstappen now. I think this gap is going down. No, it's going down to Alonso. So on the mediums, they're finally running into a bit of slowness. Bit of pace issues. So Verstappen is right now on 60%. We're on 69. That's the sex number. So who knows? We could have a bit of a finale here. But maybe it was just because Verstappen had trouble overtaking that lapped car. I don't know. I'm trying to take everything out of probably nothing. Yeah. We got to start addressing this fuel situation. So I'm going to tell Ricciardo to turn down that fuel, try and get some more surplus in the delta to try and attack later on. And it looks like he's maintaining that gap to Verstappen, that 4-second gap, even though we've turned down the engine. So hopefully Verstappen's tyres are still wearing. This is very precarious now. Because not only do we need to get Verstappen, we definitely need to get Hamilton in probably the fastest lap as well. So the championship is looking very sketchy right now. I'm sorry, Ricciardo, to tell you, but you know, let's be honest. Ricciardo hasn't helped himself this week, and he's been very slow. Wait. Verstappen has got a mechanical issue. That's the type of finale I'm talking about. Verstappen has got a mechanical issue of some sort. We've been behind Kimi Raikkonen for 20 laps. I believe that. It feels like it. But hopefully Verstappen pits, and that will basically end his race. And his championship hopes. And he's using ERS now, powering through. Can we attack a bit for more laps? And as you see there, our fuel just comes in at the end of every race. Might have been, no, been laps. No, close to being lapped. But this issue is still playing up for Verstappen. We're going to ride on board. He's got 43% of tyres. If he's got a mechanical issue and his tyres are going off the cliff, surely we can get past him and start maybe Bottas get past him. Depends if he pits. He needs to box for our championship hopes here with Daniel Ricciardo. We've already done the big championship. We already know that, but this second championship, Ricciardo would be lovely. And it looks like it could happen. Surely his issue. Yes, and Ricciardo's right all over him. Come on. Blast past him, Danny. Your championship hopes rely on this. You getting past Max Verstappen, your old Red Bull teammate. He pushed you out of the team because he was getting unfair treatment from the team. Christian Horner played favourites, and he's boxed. Max Verstappen has boxed. Now, Ricciardo must get Lewis Hamilton and probably the fastest lap to have a chance of winning the championship. He's 6 points. What's the gap between third and second in points? It's not that much. It's like 12 to 18, which is 6 points. But then the race wins to be equal. We need to get Lewis Hamilton, and we need to get him now. If we don't get Lewis Hamilton, it's over. So we're going to ride on board Ricciardo again. Verstappen is on fresh tyres actually as well. They've repaired that issue and strapped on new tyres. So, you know, it might not be the end of that battle, but we are closing the gap to Lewis Hamilton as well, and Verstappen's closing the gap on us as we speak. He'll probably fly right by us and end any chance of us winning this title. And it's Alonso. Alonso has actually been overtaken by Hamilton. We don't care about who wins this race. We just got to get into that second place. But there's every chance that Verstappen will follow us through if we do get past Alonso. So this is now looking very dire for Daniel Ricciardo as Verstappen is all over him. That's the man we have to get away from, and he's right back. He's pitted and caught up to us, which is insane. They've repaired an issue, put new tyres on, and chucked him out, and he's all over the back of us already. So it's not looking good, is it? For Daniel Ricciardo to win the Drivers' Championship, it's a bit disappointing. But second place is down the road. It's down the road. I don't know why pit stops are so quick in this game, but they are. And he just, it's not looking good. And Verstappen goes down the inside and ends Daniel Ricciardo's championship hopes. He won't get back past now, will he? Nah, he's pretty much down now. It looks like Verstappen will not only get past Ricciardo, but gets past Alonso. And now Ricciardo is down without a hope. And that's it. Do we... no, we've got to keep him out there. There's no point boxing him. What's that going to do? Put him even further behind. We're not Max Verstappen. We can't cheat. Oh, wait, no. We can't have an insanely quick pit stop and end up right behind him again. But that's that. Looks like we're just going to settle for the constructors. The last push of Ricciardo at the end of the season won't be enough. 3 race wins at the end of the season wasn't enough to get back past Verstappen. That just shows you what level he is on. His AI in this game is incredible. We might have to come back for a Season 3 at some point to get Ricciardo his title. So that might be a thing in the future. But it looks like we're going to just pull up short by 10 points. 12 points actually. In the end. So tell him to cool down the engines. There's no point pushing him. It's over. Not even a podium here in Abu Dhabi. It was quite an anticlimactic end of the race. That mechanical issue did not pull up as many trees as I was hoping. But what a season nonetheless. This is it. For the final time this series, Ricciardo will cross the line into a P4. Could have done better like he said, but oh well. We win the championship. That was the ultimate goal. We've done it. Unlucky not to get the second. Doesn't matter. We've rebuilt Ferrari. Won the title in 2 seasons. We clearly had a shocking race. It was never about him today. So doesn't really matter. I mean, it is. We're a team. We won. But, you know, the actual race today. It looks like Mercedes have also pipped Red Bull with that win. If Verstappen got past Alonso in that second place, they would have came second in the championship, but they won't. Insane. So Red Bull have come third, and Verstappen's won the championship. So it's all Alexander Albon letting down the team. You can see that now, clear as day in Motorsport Manager. In real life, it's probably the same, but I won't enter that conversation today. But good job, Ricciardo. He fought as hard as he could, really. Leclerc, you did well this season. He was in a trouble position at the start. There was such a big gap between first and the 2 cars. He got 2 race wins this season, amazing. And pit crew, fantastic. 1.8s, 1.9s regularly. But yeah, what a season. That was really good. If you compare the car performance from the start of season 1 of the series and to the end, let's say our second last race of the season, that would have been a massive difference. But there you go, confirmation, we win the Constructors Championship. Away the lads, we'll take it. 44 races, beautiful. It doesn't feel like 44 races, like that's, when you think about it, that's like 44 practice sessions. 3 times 44, what's that? 132 qualifying sessions. And yeah, 44 races, so a mammoth amount of time. Mick Schumacher, I was going to give him a run in practice, but it doesn't really matter. I wanted to get maximum feedback out the car, so I kept Leclerc in there because Mick's feedback stat isn't great. And there you go, 2017 Drivers' Championship. It should say 2022. But yeah, Verstappen wins. His AI is incredible. 19 podiums in 22 races and 1 DNF. So 2 races he finished outside the podium. You can't mess with that, really. And there it is. Money's overrated. Win a championship by going through the whole season without signing any new sponsors. Yeah, money's overrated. We won with no money. um, but yeah, Daniel Ricciardo second, Charles Leclerc fourth, and 56 mil prize money. We've done it. We have rebuilt Ferrari. There's your confirmation. Fantastic. We did it in 2 seasons, like I said earlier. That's all for this series. All she wrote. Let's check the mail. Go down here. Yep. Alonso on pole. No, it was actually Verstappen fastest in practice. So Alonso was nowhere in practice. He seemed to fall away in the race as well. He had to really fight. What's the secret? The entire team, like I said earlier, every aspect of the team won races this year. We didn't have a loose wheel nut like in season 1, so that obviously lost us a couple results last season. George Russell ends up winning Formula 2. I feel like that would have been Mick Schumacher had we not signed him, but he wanted to come, so you know what, that's fine. And Formula E contracts coming to an end. Daniel Ricciardo's contract's coming to an end. We will be extending that. Even though, you know what, I'll just leave it. I'll just leave it open. I'll probably just leave the car as it is. Leave the whole team how it is. Front wing's done. We'll just design a new part. Is there any point? How do I check the calendar? When's the season end? Sunday. Reliability. Yeah, I don't know. The next season in a while. So yeah, there it is. Pre-season start. So 2012. So I'm just gonna design a part. Let's do front wing. Make it as illegal as possible. 35, 25. Just so we have a good front wing we come back for if we ever come back for the next season. So let me know if you want to see a 3rd season. It'll be in a little while. Obviously, I want to do some other stuff like I said last episode. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the series. It was my most supported, most watched series of my channel so far. It was amazing. I had so much fun. I love making content when it's getting received so well. See, all the likes of the videos help out. Every single like, every single comment, every single view even. To have 35 views after 12 hours or whatever, it was pretty insane. 35 people clicked on it, or thereabouts, you know what I mean? So, yeah, look at that. The bottom 7 drivers or something didn't even get a point. Bottom 7. Can I do math? Yeah, so thank you for watching. Leave a like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel already if you're not already. Actually, I kind of wanted to show this last season, but I forgot. But as you see here, it shows every single breakdown. And I can't move my cursor, else it'll go away. But we were on a podium streak all the way from Canada to Brazil. Of course, we lost it in the last race, but that's fine. So the last time we didn't get a podium was back in Baku, and Ricciardo got 12th. He never finished lower than a 4th all season. That's insane. I didn't even know that. When I look at it like that, I see Leclerc, yeah, he wasn't really there, but he didn't have the car under him. So if we give him a good car, if we get equal, I'd love to see equal with Ricciardo and Leclerc. Because I was talking about how Christian Horner favoured Verstappen, but over Ricciardo. But yeah, I sort of did the same thing. I favoured Ricciardo over Leclerc. But, I'm Australian biased. But anyway, that being said, Ocon had a really bad season. I'm like trying to do the outro while I explain this. But have a look at that if you want to. Maybe I can do a season wrap up, but I'm pretty sure there's not really much to see. There's a bunch of jobs. Mail. HQ's maxed out. Yeah. New buildings. We could build a theme park. Maybe we'll look at doing that if the season goes on to try and make some money. But this is your last look at the car this season. It's beautiful. Look at that. Best car on grid. It didn't feel like it in Abu Dhabi, but nonetheless. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. A bunch of tutorials coming out in a couple of days. Stay tuned for them if you're interested in how to install this mod and a bunch of other mods. Yeah, I'll see you there. Thanks for watching.